Hey, what's going on, CoinOpTV subscribers and Portal Masters? Robert Welkner here with another Skylanders History. Today is a big day. We're going to talk about Spyro, probably one of my favorite Skylanders of all time. A lot of you guys ask me when I live stream, hey, Rob, who's your favorite Skylander? Well, it's usually Spyro. Is number one, is up on the top there, along with Rouse Shake and Pop Fizz. Just those are like my top three, in case you guys are counting. We are live, we are interactive. We're going to go through Spyro's different figures. Along the way, I've got some concept art, a little bit of his origins. We'll briefly talk about his powers. I know some of you guys have been leaving me comments saying, hey, Rob, why don't you discuss the powers and abilities during these Skylander history videos? Well, I feel like I've already covered a lot of that with my Skylanders 101 series, where I actually go in detail to the powers and abilities, kind of breaking that down. These are more of like an overview videos to sort of catch up on the character and show you the different figures, the different toys, kind of discuss that. So let's see who's over in chat. It is summertime, so not a lot of you guys are out, doing your summertime things. But we got Angel, we got Henry, Joven, NBA God, Chloe's in chat, Robert the Blastermine is in chat, Seth, Skylander King, the Inn Master, and more. Thanks a bunch for watching. If you guys watch this live, please try not to spam and troll in the chat. If you guys watch this on the archive, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think of Skylanders in general and Spyro, where he stands in your favorite, if not. I see Blu-ray Dan is in the house, also cool. Robert the Blastmind says it's 3 a.m., 3 in the morning in the Philippines. All right, let's get started. Let me get some graphics up here. We'll talk some Spyro loving. Here we go. So Skylanders, Spyro. So Spyro is a magic element who first appeared in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, but he was also the star of his own franchise for many years. Launched way back in 1998, I believe. Spyro's catchphrase in Skylanders is all fired up. And his powers are, so, like all the Skylanders, they mostly have three powers. He's got the power to fly. Not all the dragons can fly. Spyro can fly. It looks great with his wings animated. He also can blast out fireballs. So he starts off at 1, and then you can upgrade to like 3. They're really fast, really powerful attacks. And then his third sort of main ability is charging in, putting his horns down, charging in. This is also good if you're on levels where you need to speed through things. You get that extra little speed boost there with Spyro. Let me get on to his origin. Spyro hails from a rare line of magical purple dragons who can harness the power of the elements of Skylands, though he prefers to master fire. So he prefers using fire. That was strangely written there. This is from the website, the origin. Anyway, moving on. But his innate ability with elemental powers also leaves him vulnerable to darker magic. Ooh, we have the Dark Spyro. We'll talk about that. When the darkness is nearby, Spyro can channel its energy and combine its powers with his own, becoming Dark Spyro. Over the years, he has learned to focus and control his powers using dark magic to fight the forces of evil. So that's pretty cool. Of course, we've got regular Spyro, Dark Spyro, all those kind of things. Liam is in chat. Jesse is in chat. I see more people. LBOE is in chat. Some of you guys saying, hey, sorry, I haven't seen you for a while. Hey, I get it. It's summertime. You're busy. You're going crazy. Also, I've been doing these on Sunday, but I did a little Twitter poll asking if you guys would like to see Skylanders on Saturday or Sunday, and it was like a landslide saying Saturday. So I might move this over to a Saturday thing if I can, because it's Skylander Saturday, right? A Skylander Saturday. That used to be one of my things. If you're old school CoinOpTV subscriber, you know what that means. All right, let's move on. Let's get started. So Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. We got the original first Spyro, at least for Skylanders. Obviously, he existed prior in his own video games. Let's take a look at his toy. Here it is, shiny, classic. Got his claw sort of up there, his tail. Looks like he had kind of bronze armor or something to him. Pretty cool looking figure. Here's some screenshots of him in action. Although this one looks like he's fighting Gilground. Of course, in the older games we had PvP, so you can fight Skylander versus Skylander. That seems to be something Activision has done away with. Again, Spyro can fly. Of course, he can only fly over land. You know, this is kind of a little deceiving. Can't really fly between Skylands. Okay, so then with the first game, Spyro's Adventure, we got Dark Spyro, Dark Edition Spyro as well. Same figure design and artwork, just this time around had the darker skin, although the dragons aren't really called skin. What are they calling on dragons? And the silver horns, silver-coated wings there. There's a lot going on with the chat room. Neil in chat says, can't go wrong with Spyro. Yes. Rob Westmine says, talk to him about mini games he went through. Yes, well, he went through, Spyro went through a lot of video games. I'm not going to talk about all of them here, but Year of the Dragon was definitely one of my favorite old school Spyro games there. Cruz in chat says, Spyro's awesome. All right, let's go forward here. So there's Dark Spyro in combat, blasting out his fire. Scale. Henry says scales. Yes, instead of skin, it's scales on dragons. I tripped up my words there. So we also got the legendary Spyro. Man, that first game, they really dropped us a lot of Spyro love. So here is legendary Spyro. So this was like a Toys R Us exclusive. We had the same pose, the dark coat to him, but with the gold scales. I'm sorry, not the gold horns and the gold wings, and the gold tip on the tail. His scales were sort of like this darker, sort of bluish, purplish there. And of course, these variants, they looked different in-game as well. My favorite types of variants are the ones that look different in-game. The ones that are just figure only, a little bit secondary to me. I'm more a fan of these here. The in-game variants, I guess we'll call them. Okay, let's move on. Now, Skylanders Giants, that was the second Skylander game, and we got the second Spyro Series 2. We got a little few modifications. I like this little image here. You can see the 3 fireballs coming out of his mouth. Although it looks like he's jumping the way they have this pose. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so this time around, we got Spyro with all his claws down on the base, the magic base there, kind of looking up. A lot of people have left comments. You know, if you're not a Skylander fan and you find out that Spyro's in Skylanders, you're always like, oh, why'd they make him look so cutesy? He looks so different and stuff. And this one here definitely had the cutesy pose to it. But I was fine with all the different poses. He was great. Blu-ray Dan says, I used to like the old Spyro games. Yes, they're still great. Hope they remaster those or redo those at some point, you know, like they're doing the Crash Bandicoot games again. That would be great. Moldy Dom is crazy. How did you start the series? Well, I started playing Skylanders with the first game, Spyro's Adventure. And I used Spyro many times. Okay, so now we got a little bit of an upgrade here visually for Skylanders Swap Force. We got Mega Ram Spyro and Dark Mega Ram Spyro. So there's been multiple dark editions of Spyro. This time around, you can see we got big giant horns. That was sort of an upgrade thing. You could get the big giant horns as well, and you could see on the figure the horns there. So it really looked prominent when he was ramming into people with the horns on his head. I guess maybe the developers were like, hey, wait, let's make him a little more fierce and stronger, crazy looking. Looked like he was a little bit top heavy. I think this is the first one of the ones where like his wow power or something had kind of like a little nosedive thing. I got to double check that on the wow pals. I didn't really list that out in my notes. But I remember there was kind of like dive bomb, stuff like that. Robert the Blast Mind Chat says best version are Dark Spyro Series 3 and Spyro Series 2. All right, we get some good feedback here. Angel in chat says Rob, Spyro's the first Skylander made. He's definitely one of the originals, one of the OGs. I'm not sure if he was the first one actually made. It might have had different prototypes, but he came in the starter kit, of course. Here he is in action. So when he was flying, well, when Spyro flies, he can do his shoot out his fireballs as well. When he wants to charge into people, he's got to be on the floor. Okay, so here's the variant. This is the Dark Mega Ram Spyro from Skylanders Swap Force. This is, of course, when they had the Dark Edition packs available. That's how you purchase these variants. Same looking pose, just darker scales, silver horns, and silver detail on his tail and wings. I see Crash Bandicoot Gaming is in chat. I'm doing well. Thanks for tuning in to some Skylanders history. Spyro. Ulticraft Victor says Series 2 is my favorite. Awesome. I'm glad to see some love for Spyro. Here's the Dark Edition Mega Ram Spyro. Do you guys go for the Dark Edition variants? Okay, so now with Skylanders Trap Team, we got Spry, who was a mini / sidekick. You know, we had sort of the sidekicks, and then they kind of turned them into minis. They gave him some powers. So here is a look at Spry. Now, Spry, like the other minis, the other sidekicks, they could do the same abilities as the original characters. They were just sort of, the voices were sped up a bit, and the actions were sped up a bit, and their figures, the characters, were a little less detail, a little more cutesy and cartoony looking, with obviously with the big eyes. I see TMP is in chat. What's going on? What's going on? All right, now here's Spry in action. So it's always funny to see like these Chompies, you know, how the minis were kind of, you know, the same size as the Chompies, kind of going up against each other there. Whoop, jumped ahead. Oh my, OMG. Let me pause on that. Let me check in with the chat. I didn't mean to jump ahead right there. Let's see. So what else we got? Skylander King says Spry is Spyro's little brother. Oh, is that what he is? He's his little brother. I'm not, you know, quite sure the origins on that. Mulder, Domain Crazy, how did you start the series? I think I answered that already. I started with Spyro's Adventure, and I started doing the Skylanders History videos about a month or so ago. Been doing one every week. Obviously, I was out of town last week for Comic-Con. TMP says, sad Spyro will probably never come back. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's possible we may get a Spyro game, but it sounds like it's going to be in the Skylands universe for now. Never say never. Rambino in chat says, Black Nerd's favorite is Spyro. Yes, of course. It's got good taste. Moldy Domi says, did you play Spyro? Yes, I did play. Maybe kind of jumped in here late, but I did play all the Spyro games originally. My favorite was Year of the Dragon, I think. That was PlayStation 2. So that was pretty cool. Hey, I see Renzi is in chat. Okay, so last year when Skylanders Superchargers came out, we didn't get a revamped or reissued of Spyro. Some people are kind of upset about that. I was a little surprised that we didn't get a new Spyro. We didn't get a new vehicle and a new Spyro for that, but we did get the Aeons Elite Spyro. So that, let me bring that picture up. You got a quick little tease of that. So we did get the Aeons Elite Spyro. Obviously, if you don't know, these are reissues of the original character with like a little bit of a gold base. They kind of boosted up their abilities. I think it was 3 times the abilities, and there was a lenticular a lenticular background there that kind of combined with the other Skylanders Aeons Elite. It's so, I got to drink some water. It's so hot in Los Angeles. I've got the air conditioner on my other room, but once I close things up there, it starts getting a little warm. So apologies, I'm like coughing, running out of breath. Mr. Tental something says, Rob, did you hear no Dark Edition for PS? Oh, they're doing away. That's news to me if they're doing away with the Dark Editions for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I have a PlayStation 4. That's what I've been playing mostly on. I haven't really been paying attention all that much to the old gen stuff. Liam in chat says he has all the Spyros. Cool. Debunny Gamers in chat and says, hey. LBOE says that I have the Journey Begins and Dawn of the Dragons. Oh, those sound like some later Spyro games. Cool. Rob Lastman says it's a popular franchise and based on the popularity figure. Yes, explaining Spyro's, interaction. LBOE says it's 100 degrees 105 where he lives. Okay, so All right, so we didn't get the Skylanders Supercharger Spyro. That's okay. There's already a lot of Spyros, as you can see. I have some like concept art here. So the creator of like a lot of the Skylanders is Iwee Huang, and this is kind of like a little Skylander concept art for of Spyro. You know, to have the inclusion of Spyro in the Skylanders universe. You can kind of see a little bit of a different design. You know, obviously keeping it kind of true to the original there. But shout outs to Iwee, really talented illustrator and toy designer. I see Skytoon Meebo Gaming is in chat. What's up? What's up? So I just thought, you know, maybe I'll dig up, you know, some old school stuff here. And then I have this here is kind of like almost looks like a concept drawing or something. It was like black and white. I think these were like little crayon, like meant to be printed out and colored in crayon, but you know, just kind of looks cool. Just kind of want to show you guys how much I enjoy Spyro the character and his history. If you've never played any of the old, if you still have like a PlayStation 2 or 3 or Xbox 360 or something like that, you know, you can pick up some of the older Spyro games. Those still, you know, are out there. You know, maybe some might be hard to find. Maybe you have to eBay them. But also, if you haven't played some of the early Skylander games, you know, give those a whirl. I know some of you guys are like, hey, my first game was, you know, Skylanders Trap Team or maybe Supercharged or something like that. Those first few games, you know, were really fun and really entertaining. And it was great to sort of see Spyro and Gil Grunt and Stealth Elf and some of these characters sort of evolve over time. And that's what sort of motivated me to do this Skylanders history video to share with you guys. Skytoon Meebo Gaming says in chat, Spyro Aeon Elite is my favorite. Well, cool. That's kind of a reissue of the first one. Looks pretty cool. I see Lewis is in chat. What's up, Lewis? Skytoon Meebo says, I can't hear no sounds. Can you guys not hear me in chat? Mr. Tentacle says, Robbie pronounces his name like Iway. Iway. Okay, did I say Iway? Iway, yes. Iway. Iway Huang? I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right, but anyway, he is the guy that created, you know, a lot of characters, you know, conceptual design for Skylanders. So, okay, so I think I'm going to wrap up this video. Just, you know, another Skylanders history with Spyro. A lot of you guys ask me all the time who my favorite Skylander is. It is Spyro. He's just like classic. He's great, powerful, he's fast, he could fly. He's got them fireballs. He can, you know, if you wow power him up, he could dive down. You know, he's got a lot of things that he has in his arsenal. And oh, the Ultimate Gaming Challenge just came in a little late. I'm just wrapping this up, but shout outs to you. Danny says I can hear. All right, Danny, thank you guys for confirming that. Let me give some shout outs to the live chatters here. We got Angel, Cruz, Danny Gaming, The Bunny Gamer, LBOE, Lewis, Mr. Tentacle, Ulticraft, Ren CZ, Robert the Blastamind, Skytoon Meebo Gaming, The Ultimate Gaming Channel, and TMP. I'm not sure where some of the other regulars went, like Travis. I don't see his Chloe. I saw Chloe in there earlier. I don't know if she's still around, but I know it's summertime. It's crazy. If you guys are watching this on the archive, leave me some comments. Let me know who your favorite Spyro is. If he is your favorite, like mine. If not, let me know in the comments below who your favorite Skylander is of all time. You know, keep the chat going. And also let me know in the comments below, you know, in the discussion there, who I should do next in my next Skylanders history video. So far, we've done some Trigger Happy, Stealth Elf, Gil Grunt, Eruptor, some of the classics. It's all from the first game right now. We're going to get those out of the way, and then I'll, you know, if I keep doing the series, I'll move into Giants, Swap Force, and beyond. So Cruz wants a shout out too. Shout outs to you. Marnes, you are a little bit late, but I'll give you a shout out, and this will be archived on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. I normally live stream at 12 p.m. Pacific Coast time. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'll have the Hot Games of August video up at 12 noon, so make sure you check that out. Thanks a bunch, all you Portal Masters. Give yourself a Portal Master rank up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Laters.